YouTube family, fellow ladies and gentlemen, and even to fellow random people who accidentally clicked into the video. Hi, how are you doing? Today I am mega happy and excited for many different reasons. One being we're headed off to Portugal tomorrow for the very first time for a nice family vacation. Two, my best friend just got married. It was just such an amazing wedding, so I'm still buzzing from it. So Annie and Ray, if you're watching, congratulations, I love you guys. However, it's the third reason for my happy, slightly psychotic smile for today. Guys, it's time. My eyeshadow palette is here! Man, I'm getting old. Anyways, yes. My eyeshadow palette is finally here. I'm so out of breath. I know I have my own eyeshadow palette. Now, the truth is, I've been working on this palette for a very long time. Ever since the beginning of my YouTube career, I've always wanted my own eyeshadow palette. And if you think about it, it took 8 years. I was waiting for 8 years. I just want to quickly take this moment to thank BH Cosmetics because you guys have just been so patient with me in the process of getting the eyeshadows right. They would just keep making samples over and over until it was just a texture, the color and pigmentation, everything that I wanted. There was no such thing as compromise because they just knew how important it was for me to get everything perfect for my viewers. Without further ado, let's introduce the palette. It even matches my nails. Just a little fun fact, I was actually very involved in the design of the palette. I knew exactly the color that I wanted. I wanted it to have a very simple but beautiful lace design because I wanted something very flirty and girly but not overly cheesy. Absolutely love the beautiful rose gold foil against the pale pink. And as you can see, the palette is called B. And when I open up the palette, you guys will see why. If we open it up, you will see that there are a total of 12 eyeshadows. There is almost as much thought put into the eyeshadow names as there is to the eyeshadows. Of course, I wanted to create a palette that would cater all your makeup needs from day to night, all the special occasions throughout all 4 seasons. But at the same time, I wanted to make a palette that would not only be beautiful, but also could remind you to be the best that you could be. So because the palette is called B, every morning while you're putting on your makeup, you will remind yourself to be happy, grateful, genuine, optimistic, inspired, bold, charismatic, thoughtful, able, confident, hopeful, and kind. I would say the palette is very me. Like I always say, there's so much more to beauty than on the surface. It's about on the inside as well. So right above the mirror, it says, be whatever you want to be. The burgundies, the bronzes, the browns, the plum purple is going to be absolutely perfect for fall and winter. However, in spring and summer, this sandy color, this peachy lilac taupe, they work perfectly well as well. If you want something light during the day, you can basically use these hot colors. If you really want to glam it up, the burgundy, bronze, and golds, of course, gives you that wow factor. Done lots of talking, let's swatch to see if does the walk. The very first eyeshadow is Happy, and Happy is a lovely, sandy, shimmery eyeshadow. Perfect for highlighting your inner corners or perhaps on your brow bone. I specifically chose a light sandy eyeshadow color because I don't want something that's too harsh. It's quite warm on its skin tone, so unlike white, it won't look too harsh and it won't be too gold. So it's just a perfect hint of color to apply for highlighting your inner corners that's not too overwhelming. Next eyeshadow is called Grateful. Grateful is a lovely pinky beige color and it's used for highlight as well, just like Happy, but except unlike Happy, which is more like a light sandy color, Grateful is more of a beigey pink, which looks a lot softer. Genuine is a lovely taupe eyeshadow with a satin finish. And I always feel like for eyeshadows, taupe is one of the must-have colors because taupe is basically a mixture of all the browns, all the tans. So it basically means that all eye colors will suit it. Of course, for sure, I feel like a taupe smoky eyes will never ever go out of styles. What makes taupe really, really handy is a lot of times if your eyeshadow is too pink or warm, you can actually apply a taupe over it to just neutralize away the warmth, so it looks a lot more cool toned. Of course, it's going to be handy to have a light brown matte eyeshadow, and this one is called Optimistic to help to contour the eyes. And then we have a deeper brown, which is called Inspired, which is also a matte brown. Again, it's just to create shadow, but of course, because this is a deeper brown, it gives more impact. Gold is a deep, rich chocolate eyeshadow, and again, it has a nice satin finish. I love satin finish eyeshadows because they tend to be so much easier to blend, and they happen to be a lot more pigmented. I did ask myself, should I go for a black or a brown, because I know a black is really handy. But then I figured, you know, you can easily find a black shadow anywhere. I love the deep, luxurious richness of the chocolate brown, and I figured it'll look really, really pretty for evening looks. Bottom row, we have Charismatic, and Charismatic is a lovely bronze color. And bronze is one of those eyeshadows that would just look absolutely amazing on any skin tone. And I wanted to also include eyeshadows that would look great on its own, because I know a lot of you guys, you don't really have time to blend so much. The great thing about bronze is, depending on the light and angle, a lot of times it will look as if you've done blending and you've contoured, just because like from the light it looks different at all angles. And then Thoughtful is a beautiful, beautiful burgundy. What's really great about burgundy is it's guaranteed to give you a very high-end, expensive look. Able is the favorite eyeshadow for most of my friends and family. So from here looking at it, Able looks kind of similar to Charismatic, but they're totally different. Able is actually a mixture of peach and rose gold together. Most of the times I only put Able on my eyes, and it just, I don't know how, but it just makes my skin look a lot more radiant because it adds warmth, but it's not overpowering. Basically, it's inspired by a very popular shade of eyeshadow in Korea. Apart from in Korea, I find it very difficult to find like the similar shade of eyeshadow elsewhere. So, you know, we put our own. Of course, I had to put a dark plum eyeshadow. A lot of times, like I say, if you're too afraid to put color into your eyes, then plum is the perfect choice. If your eyes are really tired, then I always say use a plum on your lower lash line, because a plum will actually make your eye whites appear whiter. And then I put Hopeful in, and Hopeful is a lovely, I think I could only call it like a white gold eyeshadow, and I think it's perfect for special occasions like for Christmas. And last but not least, we have Kind, and Kind is a lovely iridescent lilac, more of a cool toned lilac. It's a lovely color if you want to add a little pop of color to your makeup, maybe apply it in the lower lash line, or you just want to pop it on your lid. Obviously, I'm going to be biased because it is my palette, but it's definitely a very versatile palette. Now, the thing that I was most excited to share with you guys is actually the price. Okay, the launching price for this palette is $12.50. $12.50! That's like a steal. Basically less than $1 for an eyeshadow. It costs more than that to get an eyeshadow, one single eyeshadow in MAC. Mostly really wanted to make this palette because this was just a wonderful learning experience for me, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. When I look at this palette, I'm just happy because it's all I ever wanted at the beginning of my YouTube career. So it's just such an honor to be able to create this product right here, and I really hope you guys will like it. I really wanted to listen to you guys and give you guys quality makeup with an affordable price point. I look at this palette and it's like when I think about my YouTube channel, because, you know, like I said, like my YouTube channel is never just about just sharing how to look great, but also to remind yourself to, you know, be these things, to be a genuine person, to be kind. I just wanted to give you guys more than a palette. I wanted to also give you guys positivity in a palette as well. So now, where can you get this palette? You will be able to buy it online on the BH Cosmetics website. The only thing is, I'm not sure how long the launch price is going to stay for, so be sure to grab it before it goes up. Alright guys, that is us. So once again, thank you guys so much for this wonderful opportunity, because if it wasn't because of you guys, this palette would have never happened. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, so you can stay tuned for giveaways and contests. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon.